How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. Welcome to the Deliberate Millionaire Podcast. I'm Rosemary Nonny Knight, the Prosperity Minister, and I support ambitious spiritual people to manifest, create, and keep the money, the resources they need to live luxuriously in their purpose. Listen in. I'll see you at the end. I'll read the divine download to you. Rise up. For too long you have been hiding away from your greatness. For too long you have been shying away from what you deeply know your life is meant to be about. It is eating you up, and you come to me with pleas for help, and then you refuse to take action on the guidance I provide. Rise up. This is a painful place you are choosing to dwell in, isn't it? Will it really be more painful to say yes to the deepest desires of your heart? Rise up and say yes to you. I am with you every single step of the way. Oh, that you would trust me. So it starts with rise up. So this isn't about little improvements. It's not about healing just a little bit here. It's not even just about preparing. It's about rising up. Rise all the way up. Sometimes we talk about it as getting on your throne and staying on your throne. Getting out of the underground where you're pulled around with the noise, the nonsense, the drama, the doubts, the fears, everybody's opinion of what you should be doing, their agenda for you, all of that. No, we want to rise above all of that. Because ultimately, as deliberate millionaires, hopefully you're not doing this anymore, but you might be hiding from your greatness, shying away from what you know your life is meant to be about. And so it's not really about ignorance. It's not about a lack of clarity. It's literally just refusing to fully embrace the fact that you know you're meant for something more. You know it. Because sometimes I have a lot of clients coming on the phone with me to ask, oh, what is my purpose? What is my purpose? I just don't know my purpose. And most of the time I actually think people are unconsciously lying. Because there was a time you probably knew very well exactly what your life was supposed to be about. And it was probably before everybody in the world was telling you exactly what your greatness was to be. They decided for you, possibly parents, possibly teachers, possibly just circumstances. You decided, well, this is the fastest way out of the nonsense that I'm in, so I'm just going to go this way. And years of continually ignoring your true design will mean that you stop hearing yourself. Because it's almost like you've told your subconscious mind time and time again, I just don't have time for this. I can't do this. It's impossible. And so you stop hearing the guidance from within, because in some ways you're shutting it down. You're shutting it down. Because I know, like, what I'm doing now was something I knew I wanted to do when I was a child. But then there were years in between where it just didn't seem possible. And because it didn't seem possible, I never did anything to bring it to life. I was waiting. Hopefully my pastor would tell me that I was ready. I kept doing the pharmacy thing. I went to college, went to all of that, did all the things that I needed to do to become a pharmacist. But I did some stuff at church, I guess, to practice some of the things, hoping that at some point maybe I'll step into a ministry, that somebody will open a door for me somewhere. But I didn't do that with pharmacy. With pharmacy, I followed the steps. I was very strategic about it. I knew that in order to be a pharmacist, I was going to need to do this, that, and the other, do all my schooling, pass all my exams, go into university, pass all my exams, do my internship, pass my exams. And I even went beyond, because it's like, well, if we're going to do that, we have to do more than everybody else. Okay, so we did postgraduate studies as well, pass my exams. In order to be this pharmacist. But did I do the same for the thing that I actually knew in my heart of hearts I wanted to do? No, I did not. If anything, the moment the thought come up, one, I'd just be waiting for somebody else. I was waiting for my pastor to tell me I was ready. I was waiting for whatever, the signs from the heavens. I was practicing my singing. I was practicing reading the Bible and all of that stuff. Yes, but I wasn't really putting myself out there. I was waiting for someone to give me permission. I did not own my greatness. Are you owning yours? Can you see that with the life that I didn't want, I gave it a lot of attention, and I focused and I moved forward and I achieved all my goals. But when it came to the life I actually wanted, because I did not believe it was possible, I did not give it that much attention. I would have said that, oh, but I was trying, I need to wait for something, and, I'm preparing. But I wasn't rising up, not in the way that I was for the life that I didn't want. So again, the question to you is this: Are you still doing that? Thankfully, I woke up. It's been a few years now. Thank God. Yes, it took bankruptcy and 3 years of 4 years of the blank, which is depression, which was abject depression, whatever that even means. And finally waking up. But what will it take for you? How much? Well, I'm hoping that you're here. You're here, right? You're a deliberate millionaire. There's a reason you're here. So if you're here, are you consistently using things that we do in the group? Or are you telling yourself you can't quite connect it in your brain? That I can't see how the thing I really want is possible. So I'm not sure how doing these daily rituals is going to make any difference anyway. So, and you're not thinking this consciously though, but you are a deliberate millionaire. You need to get deliberate about what you're doing. Are you actually rising up, or are you just staying in comfort? Staying in your comfort zone, wondering why nothing quite works for you. You ask for help. The divine will provide guidance. That's one reason why you're here. But then it's still, you have to keep saying yes. You have to keep saying yes. Like when I was becoming a pharmacist, I didn't stop saying yes. I didn't get to year 1 of my university course and think, because there was at least one course I failed. At that point, I could have said, oh, well, it must mean I'm not cut out to do this, so let's give it up. It didn't even occur to me. It didn't even occur to me. But when it came to the life I actually wanted, it would be stop-start. In fact, for a long time, I didn't even think it was a thing until, as I said, bankruptcy, 4 years of depression, blah, 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 blah. And then suddenly, it's like, okay, I really do need to rise up. It's on me. The divine isn't going to rescue you, guys. The divine isn't going to rescue you. No matter what prayer you're praying, the divine isn't coming to rescue you. You are choosing to be in a painful place. Now, again, I would like to think that I'm speaking to deliberate millionaires. So you are choosing differently. But understand this, any pain of unfulfillment you're experiencing right now, well, no, any pain you're experiencing in the current existence that you have given attention to and therefore created, it isn't caused by failure. It isn't caused by your circumstances. It literally is caused because you are withholding your yes to the life you're actually meant to be living. So yes, you ask the divine for support, but are you then following through and continually saying yes? Continually saying yes. Because when I finally woke up 4 years after giving birth to my final child and listening to this family member yelling down the phone at me about money and blah, 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 I had to keep saying yes. I remember that first year, particularly that first year, was full of tears because it was challenging. It was challenging. I had 3 kids and I'm trying to build a business. It was challenging. And I was still a pharmacist, for goodness sake. It was challenging. And it was doing things that were scary to me. And so I can understand why people won't want to do it. And again, I say to you, you're a deliberate millionaire. You cannot be the same as a regular person and then expect to get somehow unregular or irregular results. You want more? Then you are being called to rise up. For real, rise up. I was actually at the gym today. Well, I'm at the gym every day. Actually, it's hardly a day that I'm not there. But anyway, whilst I was at the gym today, a song came on in my headphones. I can't remember what the song exactly was, but it was a child singing it. And I was just reminded that it is the childlike that inherit the kingdom. The childlike that inherit the kingdom. Now, something about me, I've always been drawn to Disney and children's stuff. I love children's programs and things like that. Why? For me, it comes back to that childlike innocence, where anything is possible. Everything is possible. And you don't doubt yourself so much. I suppose it returns me to a time when, actually no, because my childhood wasn't the greatest. But but there is something inside of me that remembers being a child. And I never really want to leave it behind. I keep trying to convince my teenagers not to try to grow up so quickly because they're trying to be cool. And I'm like, honey, don't be cool. Don't try so hard to be cool, frankly. Hold on to that childlike innocence, that childlike curiosity, that childlike enthusiasm. And I say to you guys as well, hold on to that or find it again, because at some point you did know all that you wanted for your life. But at some point, when you transferred from being childlike to being, I'm a grown adult now and I have all these responsibilities, you decided that the thing you really wanted was not possible for you. And you're possibly still, I'm too old now, I'm grown, I'll just do the spirituals, the rituals, and I'll do all of that stuff, yes, and I'll feel better, but I can't really expect that I'm going to live the life that I wanted. Why the frick not? If you're alive, why not? Why not? Why not? I remember Joyce Meyer once saying that people sometimes accuse her of giving people hope instead of helping them to see that realistically you're probably not going to be able to do whatever it is that you want to do or something. Or so they said. And she was just like, you know what? I would rather die with hope than die unfulfilled, than die in disappointment. And it's true. Yes, there might be a part of you that thinks, but it's just not possible. The thing that I want, it's too late for me. It's not possible. Well, okay, you can continue to think that, and that's what's causing pain. Or you can recognize, why not? Why not? If you're alive, you've asked for support, and you're getting it, so you're here. For goodness sake, the divine is telling you, it's giving you signs. If you're looking for signs, the sign is that you are here. If there's a dream inside of you, as I like to say, your vision is your permission. Your vision is your permission. You don't need to wait for somebody else to give you permission. There is a step you can take. There is a practical step that you can take. Yes. We need to keep doing the internal stuff. That's what, being in abundance. Do the Deliberate Millionaire daily things. Yes, because that will feed you confidence if you allow it to. However, you also need to take an actual step, actual physical steps, because divine being having human experience. It's not just about affirming things. It's also, you affirm the things so that you feel that you get up to your throne, and then you will see the next step. What is the best, most joyous thing that I can do to bring my vision to life? And then you take the step. You don't just, that looks good. That sounds nice. Oh, I feel so full of bliss. Yeah, great. I want you to feel full of bliss, but then I also want you to move. And you can ask for support. Come into group. Do your check-in. Honey, I know how to generate income. Basically, ask the questions. Okay? Or get to have a private session with me. Something. Do something to move yourself forward. Rise up. Trust the divine. Trust yourself. Trust your vision. Rise up. See yourself living it. Write out your vision, or how you would like your whole life to look. Pick out certain affirmations from that, or create affirmations from that picture of the life that you want, and write them down numerous times a day. Picture it, see it, feel that you're there, and then take a practical step forward. It might seem far out of reach, but if you have the vision for something, it is yours to create. But you do need to put on that childlike energy. That childlike innocence that isn't so full of, oh, well, I've tried so many things before and nothing works for me and blah, blah, blah. That is not childlike innocence. Children try and try and try and try. And they regularly, they might cry sometimes, but then they get up and, I'm going to try again. Until somebody convinces them that maybe you should just give up now. But that childlike innocence, it's like, when I say childlike innocence, it's like come back each time with innocence as if the past didn't happen. Yeah, you pick out whatever lesson you need to learn, but then it's like the past didn't happen. Let's do it again. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So you're always approaching your vision with innocence, not with all the weight of, I've tried everything. I've tried and nothing works. Well, for one, I find with most of the people I speak to who tell me I've tried everything and nothing worked, they never really tried for very long. And ultimately, if you're alive, your vision is not happening, and you say you've been trying, then you haven't done everything. You haven't done everything. You haven't done everything. It's annoying to hear it when I say it, but it's the truth of the matter is you haven't tried everything. Because if you tried everything, you'd actually be living your vision. So, rise up. Rise up. Rise up. Stop hiding from your greatness. You want it. You long for it. Act upon it. Stop playing small. Rise up. Rise up. Okay? And that's my 2 cents for you today. Rise up. Rise up. And please don't hear it as just motivation. Yeah. I want to motivate you and I want to empower you and all of that stuff, but I also want you to start taking steps. Because you can listen to this, get all excited for a second, and then just go back. Imagine all of us living to the fullness of our potential. Imagine the difference that we will make on this planet. Even if the fullness of your potential, I'm not saying that everybody has to want to make 20 million. I'm not saying everybody has to want to be on a stage somewhere. I'm not saying everybody has to do some great, amazing something, whatever we define as great and amazing. I'm saying you need to live the life you are meant for. Because that is what will make the difference that you want to make on this planet. You have no idea the impact you could have just by being the best parent possible. Just doing that could actually, the impact you could have, not just on your children, but the butterfly effect of you living in your purpose fully. And the difference it will make to the people that come in contact with you, that fulfilled energy that you'll carry around all the time, it will impact people, even in ways that you can't even right now begin to imagine. Rise up. Rise up. And if you're ready to take your first step onto the Deliberate Millionaire path to a free, fulfilled, financially abundant, love-drenched life, then number one is to go get the I Am the Authority affirmation songs and meditation program. Link is going to be in the description around this video, audio, or whatever. Or if you would prefer to be in touch with me privately, then there will also be a link in the description. It's been a pleasure sharing all of this with you. Again, go forth and prosper. Much love.